everyone, I'm Elisa. I'm back. We're doing the female reproductive system. This is part 7, a little bit about the external female genitalia. So there's quite a few elements here. So the external genitalia are collectively called like the vulva or the pendulum. And so it includes quite a few items. So let's list them out. So one is the mountain of pubis. And so this is a mountain of fat connective tissue over the pubic symphysis that has most of the pubic hair itself. Moving more posteriorly and inferiorly is the labia majora, was the outer component of the external genitalia. It's a protective thick pair of folds of skin, two on either side laterally. They are analogous to the scrotum in males, and so they are comprised primarily of adipose tissue. And the pudental cleft is the fissure between the labia majora, which would go into the vaginal opening. The labia minora is smaller and it's in more deep to the labia majora, and it's more directly adjacent to the vaginal opening. It's thinner, it doesn't have any hair, and it has color change. So it's the space between, it forms what we refer to as the vestibule, and that has both the urethra openings as well as the vaginal openings, right? In females, there's two, as opposed to males, it's merged into one urethra. So the anterior margins of the labia minora join to form a hood-like precipice over the clitoris, so it like covers the clitoris. The clitoris itself is erectile sensory organ, a primary center for sexual stimulation. It is analogous to the head of the penis, right? The glands of the penis. It has a ton of neurons in that tiny, tiny space. Actually, I believe it's like a similar amount of neurons on the head of the clitoris as there are to the head of the penis. So it just depends on like how much space they have. It has a glands, a body, and a cura as well. The vestibular bulbs are the erectile tissue that are deep to the labia majora, and they are going to bracket the vagina. There is a greater vestibular gland. It's going to open into the vestibule, and that allows for lubrication. The lesser vestibular glands are also going to provide for some lubrication, and the periurethral glands we've discovered is what we can refer to as the female version of the prostate, right? And so all of those, as they do produce in males secretions, right, additive to the sperm now becoming semen, in females the same lubrication, but instead of being supportive to semen, it's going to be supportive to um, the actual coitus. So, right, that's neat. We found the female prostate. That's a big thing. Okay, so here is a map, right? So mons pubis, mountain of fat with most of the pubic hair on top. These outer folds, right, analogous to the scrotum. So this is labia majora. On the inside, we have like a texture change as well. There's no hair on the inside part. So majus and minus, right? Majora and minora is all that really means. They're like the same thing. Up here is the urethral orifice. So that is the expulsion of urine, and this is the vaginal orifice, which is the sexual reproductive organ. And this is also the birth canal opening to where the baby will emerge during the childbirth process. What is left of the hymen is just kind of right here. This is the precipice that just kind of covers over the head of the clitoris proper. This is the vestibular area, the vestibule itself. Secretion, lots of secretion here. There's a little bit of skin space that's separating the vagina, the vaginal opening from the anus itself, and so that is the perineal raphe, and then the anus itself is right down here. So 1, 2, 3 for females. The female perineum. So we're just going to look a little bit more deep to these structures. So up here we actually see the clitoris is kind of similar to a very teeny tiny penis, honestly. So there's the glands itself, the crus in the body, they kind of go back. Itself, like meaning cross crease. Here's the skeleton, right? So this is the pubic symphysis. That pubic symphysis will be cartilage there will actually be very sensitive during later stage pregnancy as well as birth, being allowed to expand should it because of PID becomes a little bit gummier in response to some of the hormones secreted, so it's interesting stuff. But it also can be prone to tearing, so be very careful. Let's see here. Urethral orifice right here. Periurethral gland on either side, found in the vestibule. Vestibular bulb. Sorry, my AirPod there. There it is. Vestibular bulb. And the greater vestibular glands, primary components for secretion, right? And that is, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Okay. Well, I hope that was helpful. I hope that gives you a little bit better orientation. I hope you're out there somewhere having a wonderful day. Bye-bye.